Well, shit. Roman Reigns is the number one contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship title belt. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Wrestling Biz Buzz live here on YouTube. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe down below. G2A is your one-stop shop for cheap CD keys. Never pay full price for games again. Check out the link down below. So, guys, this is going to be my review of WWE Fastlane and also spoilers and results of Fastlane. Now, I had planned on doing a live reaction. Audio messed up. Basically, all you could hear was myself, so that's not good enough. I'm not putting that up on the channel. Hopefully, I'll have it figured out for WrestleMania and it'll be better. So, with that being said, let's get underway. The first one we're going to look at, the first one match I'm going to pretty much give my review on is the 2 out of 3 falls match with Del Rio and Kalisto. Kalisto retains his title. The first fall goes to Kalisto by DQ when Del Rio hit Kalisto with a chair. Second fall goes to Del Rio, and then the third fall goes to Kalisto to pick up the win. Now, to be honest, this match was good. The only issue I have with this match, it was remind me a lot of Rey Mysterio versus Del Rio. It was a squash match. Del Rio trying to pull off the mask of Kalisto. It was just a mishmash. I personally thought it was, if I had to give it, well, I'd be giving it a rating out of 5, but I honestly thought it could have been 100 times better. But the way they had it set up was leave Del Rio looking strong and leave Kalisto looking, he didn't look weak, but the way he had it was being pulled down, squashed down. It was just like, okay, why is he even in the match? Because he's doing very little. What we should have saw was Kalisto flying around the ring, doing what he does best. You saw a little bits of it, but not as much as I thought we should have. So this match I'm going to give 2 out of 5. It wasn't the best. The only reason I'm giving it 2 is because I really do like the two men, Kalisto and Del Rio. The next match is the tag team match, Divas tag team match. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch versus Tamina and Naomi. Now, this match was a 5-star match. I will be giving it 5 out of 5 straight off the bat because it was easily the best match on the card for Fastlane. Becky and Sasha picked up the win. It was the next match, but I thought at the end they should have had a better leave a build up towards maybe a feud on Raw, or a setup show that the two of them are going to go for the title at WrestleMania. That's what the way it should have ended for me. That's personally what I thought it should have ended. Moving on to the next match, Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler. Again, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5-star match. It was an excellent match. I'm not the biggest fan of Ziggler. I'm a major fan of Kevin Owens, and I will admit that, but I'm not the biggest fan of Dolph Ziggler. But two of the guys put on a show, and I mean put on a show. Watch for the Divas match and this match. Go back and watch the pay-per-view. The two matches are by far worth it. Excellent by far, no doubt about it. Not unless I can say also Kevin Owens picked up the win if I hadn't said that already. Moving on to the Titans match, the Wyatts versus Big Show, Kane and Ryback. Personally, I'm annoyed with this match because I don't know how WWE Creative came up with the finish. Basically, Big Show, Ryback and Kane won. Ryback hit the pin on, I believe it was Luke Harper, but regardless of whoever he hit the pin on, the Wyatts should have picked up the win, because you're trying to make them look strong for WrestleMania, going into WrestleMania, because the odds on Bray picking up the win in WrestleMania is slim to none. Personally, that's what I think. So really, 1 out of 5 WWE fucked up this match. Onto the Divas title match. Now, Brie came out with Daniel's boots that he wore for WrestleMania on, whatever. She was trying to lock in the yes lock and everything. I thought towards the end that they were actually going to put the title on Brie and leave her retire with the title, leave the title vacant for WrestleMania, which personally I wouldn't have had an issue with. I thought that would be a good standpoint where you could have a failed 4-way or triple threat match for the Divas title, a vacant Divas title, whatever. They could do a tournament, but again, they didn't do that. I would give this match a 3 out of 5, with obviously Charlotte picking up the win. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. Now, it wasn't as good as the first round of the match on Raw, but it was definitely an easy 4 out of 5 star match, with AJ picking up the win. But at the end, a sign of respect between Jericho and AJ Styles. I thought Jericho was actually going to really turn heel post match, when after AJ stood celebrating whatever. On to the celebrations between the New Day on the cutting edge. Basically, it all brought down the New Day started sagging off the League of Nations and all this. Now, this is something I don't mind, because I think they're kind of giving more limelight on the League of Nations and trying to boost them, and I think putting them in a feud with the New Day isn't a bad idea. I thought Enzo and Cass were actually going to debut on Fastlane in this segment, but didn't happen. Overall, this segment was not the worst segment, and I'm going to give it a rating out of 3 out of 5. And the only reason it's getting 3 out of 5 is because I just thought the entertaining side of things was excellent until the League of Nations came out, the League of Boredom, as I would know them. Now, this match, Curtis Axel versus R2, wasn't advertised or anything, so I hadn't a prediction done first. I kind of said it in the live reaction that Curtis Axel, I would pick him to pick up the win. Now, obviously, I'm not going to count that, and I don't expect you to count that I said that. But basically, Curtis picked up the win. R2 Goldust came out to help, but he caused a distraction, which then got R2 pissed off, and R2 walked into the back, and that's all I have to say about that match. 1 out of 5, because it was shit. Now, on to the main event. Ambrose versus Reigns versus Lesnar. Brother versus Beast. That's how it was being booked. I thought throughout the match it was an okay match. It wasn't spectacular. I suppose if you thought someone else was going to win, you might have found it more entertaining, but it was obvious from the time the match was announced to now who was going to win. Dean was there to get pinned. I thought Wyatt would come out, carry off Brock, which I think should have happened. The match kind of ended 15 minutes before the time was due to end, which I thought was, what the fuck's going on here? That's kind of odd. So that was kind of, I found odd, extremely odd even. But besides that, the match itself, I'd give it 4 out of 5, and that was just because Dean Ambrose was in it. He was excellent in it. I personally thought he should have picked up the win 2 or 3 times in the match. He hit dirty deeds, and I thought, oh, this is 3, and it just made him look weak. Personally, I don't agree with superstars kicking out of finishers unless it was a kind of certain rounds, like, oh, you kicked out mine, I'm kicking out yours, and it goes back and forth, in the sense of it gives more drama to the actual show itself. But this match, as I said, I'm going to give a 4 out of 5, with obviously Reigns picking up the win. For the whole entire pay-per-view, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5. It was not spectacular. It should have been by far better, and I think WWE needs to step it up for WrestleMania, and I'm looking forward to WrestleMania. I think it's going to be a great pay-per-view, and with great spots and everything, but WWE need to pick it up. Also, guys, I'm going to be doing a live reaction on Edge and Christian. They're fucking show on the WWE network, so subscribe for that. That'll be going up on the channel towards the end of this week, so hold out for that. Check out top right hand corner for more videos, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.